A very good morning to one and all. Children, this is again your English literature class and we are going to start a poem today. The name of the poem is Wind on the Hill and it is written by Alan Alexander Milne or A.A. Milne. Alright? Children, in this poem you will learn, or you can say this poem talks about the power of the wind, children. This poem tells us that wind is a very, very powerful thing. Though it is something which cannot be seen by anybody, it is an unseen thing, right? But still, it has a lot of power in it. So this is what the whole poem is about. Let us start with it. Before we start with the poem, children, let us talk about the poet a little. This picture is of the poet A.A. Milne. The full name is Alan Alexander Milne. He was an English author, children, and he was best known for his books about the teddy Winnie the Pooh. You all must have heard about this, or you all must have watched a cartoon, or maybe you read a book on it. Winnie the Pooh, it was very famous, okay? So these books were written by A.A. Milne, Alan Alexander Milne. And he wrote even some poems such as Us Two, Halfway Down. Okay, these two are some of the poems he wrote, and these two are very famous. There are many more poems which he wrote. So A.A. Milne was a very famous poet, children, alright? And one of his poems was Wind on the Hill, which we are going to study today. Children, in this poem you will see a boy, a kite, okay? And they will tell you the power of wind. You know, that kite is something which tells us that in which direction, you know, it is flowing, or I would say the wind is blowing. This would be told to us by the kite. So before we start reading, let me tell you all something about the poem. Let me give you all a summary of it. The poem will begin with the speaker wondering over the origin and destination of the wind. The speaker of the poem, he is wondering, he's thinking, you know, that from where this wind started and from where this wind will be going, till where it will be going. So he is wondering about that, he's thinking of that, okay? He's chasing his kite along a hill, trying to keep a hold of the string, okay? As the wind is blowing very fast, he's trying to hold the string. The boy looks into the future and he imagines the kite being ripped from his hands. The small boy finds a way to feel the wind and know about its direction by flying a kite. Okay, he was like that when he will fly the kite, in which direction the kite will move, in that way he will be able to understand that in which direction the wind is blowing. Okay, so the kite is the thing which helps the speaker. The direction in which the kite would fly will tell the direction of the blowing wind. That's what I said. He states that he'd be able to relay the answer to others of the question of where the wind is going by seeing the direction of the kite, although he still wouldn't know where the wind comes from. That even by the end of the poem also you will see that the child is wondering that till where it is going, you know, what is the destination, what is the end point of the wind. So he will come to know the end point by the direction of the kite, but still, even till the end of the poem, the boy is still clueless from where the wind started. Alright, so let us start reading the poem, children. No one can tell me, nobody knows where the wind comes from, where the wind goes. It's flying from somewhere as fast as it can. I couldn't keep up with it, not if I ran. But if I stopped, holding the string of my kite, it would blow with the wind for a day and a night. And then when I found it, wherever it blew, I should know that the wind had been going there too. So then I could tell them where the wind goes, but where the wind comes from, nobody knows. A. Mill. Okay, so children, now let us see one stanza of the poem at a time. The first stanza, no one can tell me, nobody knows where the wind comes from, where the wind goes. Children, in this first stanza, the speaker of the poem is saying that no one, there is nobody who can tell me that where this wind is coming from or even where this wind is going. Alright? The speaker is telling that he has no idea that from where the wind is coming, from till where the wind is going, and there is nobody also from whom he can go and ask this question. Okay, because nobody knows about it. Nobody has any idea where the wind is coming from and where it is planning to go. Alright? Now we are going to see the second stanza, children. It's flying from somewhere as fast as it can. I couldn't keep up with it, not if I ran. Children, the first two lines in the second paragraph tells us that this wind is coming from somewhere. Okay, it is coming from somewhere, but from where it is coming, the speaker has no idea. But it is telling us, the speaker is telling us that the wind is coming from somewhere and it is coming in a very good speed. Okay, that means the wind is blowing fast, very fast. All right, and I couldn't keep up with it, not if I ran. I is the speaker. The speaker is saying that I cannot match with the speed of the wind. Even if I ran, I will be slower than the speed of the wind because it is too fast. It is too fast for me to match with it. Alright? Let's see the third stanza now. But if I stopped holding the string of my kite, it would blow with the wind for a day and a night. Children, in third stanza, the first two lines of the third stanza tells us that the speaker is thinking, the speaker is telling that if I'll stop holding the string of my kite, that means if I will leave the string of my kite, the string from which the speaker is holding the kite, you can see in the picture also there is a string attached to the kite from which the speaker is holding the kite. So the speaker is saying that if I will leave the string of my kite, then my kite will blow with the wind, okay? And it will keep on blowing for a long time. For a day and a night shows that the kite will keep on blowing with the wind for a long time. Till the wind is blowing, the kite will also keep on blowing. Alright? And then when I found it, wherever it blew, I should know that the wind had been going there too. Children, this fourth stanza, in the first two lines, it tells us that when the speaker will leave the string of the wind, the string of the kite, okay, the kite will also blow with the wind. Till the wind is blowing, the kite will keep blowing, okay. And then the speaker is saying that after that, like I will go and I will search for my kite, and if I will find my kite, wherever I will find my kite, that will be the destination or the reaching point or the end point of the wind too, okay? Because wherever my kite would be lying on the floor, on the ground, wherever my kite would be lying, that means that was the place where the wind also stopped blowing, okay? The wind also stopped blowing. The wind stopped, and this is the reason the kite fell down, okay? So this speaker is telling that wherever the speaker will find its kite, his kite, her kite, they did not tell that the speaker is a girl or a boy. So, but they're saying that wherever I will find my kite, that is the destination or the reaching point of my kite. That is the reaching point of the wind also. and in this way I will come to know the destination of the wind, that where the wind wanted to reach. Okay, children? Yes. So this fourth paragraph is telling a lot. This fourth paragraph is telling us that we can, or this speaker can come to know what is the destination or the point where the wind wanted to reach, but still from where it started blowing, this is not known to us. Now let us see the last stanza. So then I could tell them where the wind goes, but where the wind comes from, nobody knows. Children, the first line here in this last stanza, so then I could tell them. Them means whosoever will ask me this question. The speaker is saying that whosoever will ask me this question, them who will ask me this question, that where the wind is going, I can tell them. I can give them the reason, I can tell them the reason, or I can tell them where the wind is going, but still I cannot tell them where the wind is coming from. Okay? So in this whole poem, children, you can see that the speaker is a small boy who's holding the kite, and he's wondering, he's thinking in this whole poem that where the wind is coming from and where the wind is going. Okay? And he's telling us that the wind is blowing very fast, the speed of it is very fast, and this little boy is not able to match up with the speed of the wind. This little boy is not able to match up with the speed of the wind, even if he ran. Okay, but if he leaves the string of his kite, then the kite will blow along with the wind, and wherever he will find the kite, like on the ground, wherever he will find it down on the ground, he will come to know that this is the destination, or this is the reaching point of the wind. This is the place where the wind wanted to reach. Okay, and then he will be able to answer other people who will ask him this question, but still he will never know that where it started coming from. Alright, so children, this is the whole poem. You need to learn this poem, and we will be discussing it more in the class. We'll even do the book exercises. Alright, till then, children, have a nice day. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.